Wrestling fans, back by popular demand, don't miss the Mick Foley 2015 World Tour when it invades the world-famous Kowloon Entertainment and Dining Complex in Saugus, Massachusetts, Friday, October the 2nd and Saturday, October the 3rd. The WWE Hall of Famer and New York Times best-selling author unleashes his trademarked wit and wisdom into his one-man spoken word show, Tales from Wrestling Past. Tickets are on sale now and include a meet and greet with Mick. For complete information, visit KowloonRestaurant.com or call 781-484-6002. Mick Foley and Kowloon Comedy look forward to seeing you live October 2nd and 3rd in Saugus.
This is Shelton Benjamin.
This is Harley Race.
This is Mick Foley.
This is Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff.
This is the Monster Abyss.
This is Daniel Bryan.
This is JBL, and you're watching the MWF.
Be there live.
Wrestling fans from around the corner and around the world, welcome to another installment of Wrestling Insiders. I'm Dan Marotti here at MWF Studios, just north of Boston, Melrose, Massachusetts. Last video of the summer. Fall is coming our way, and we're going to see the fallout from WWE Night of Champions, September the 20th, 2015, in Houston, Texas. Don't forget the countdown is on to our 14th anniversary Big Bang Birthday Bash Extravaganza exclusively on BostonWrestling.com, Monday, September the 28th. We have a new president, a new vice president, with announcements coming left and right. As always, we need your support in a variety of ways you can help the cause of bringing you more great live wrestling events and in-studio productions. If you haven't tried WWE Network yet, click on the link below. Within a minute or two, you'll be enjoying live pay-per-views, original programming, and thousands of hours in archive shows. For $9.99, it is the best value in professional wrestling, but right now, you can try WWE Network absolutely free for 1 month. Click on that link now. Also, use the links we have to shop with our partners at Amazon.com and WWEshop.com. No matter what you buy, even non-wrestling items on Amazon, we get a small kickback for sending them your way, and it does not increase your purchase one single penny. Help out the good guys on this one, folks. The holidays are just around the corner, believe it or not. If you're feeling generous and enjoying more than 800 free videos we have up on our YouTube channel, you can always send a donation of any size using PayPal and our BW at BostonWrestling.com email address. Every penny we raise goes right back into our live wrestling event and in-studio production initiatives. Die-hard wrestling fans know we have to support indie wrestling. It's the backbone of the sport. It's the foundation you build a home with. We don't have giant sponsors or cable TV contracts. What we have are wrestling fans that share the same passion we do. We hope you'll join us as our adventure continues. On the Night of Champions pre-show, Stardust and the Ascension defeated Neville and the Lucha Dragons in six-man tag team action. Stardust pinned Neville with the Crossroads. In the opening contest on the pay-per-view, Kevin Owens defeated Ryback to become the Intercontinental Champion. That leaves a lot of fans excited and optimistic. Kevin Owens came into the WWE with a bang back in late May at Elimination Chamber when he pinned John Cena. Here, he defeats Ryback, who's become really hot with the fans as well. I really don't think Ryback needs the Intercontinental Championship. Pretty good idea here, as I think WWE can do a lot with the Intercontinental Championship belt around Owens' waist. Dolph Ziggler and Rusev, I don't know about this one. Few moves missed here or there. Summer Rae was kicked out by the referee. She threw her shoe at the ref, and it hit Rusev. Rusev got pinned with the zigzag. I don't know how much more mileage they're going to have at this point with the feud, as it's become real stale ever since it turned into the romance as opposed to the cat fight focus of the situation. But that remains to be seen. We'll see what happens tonight on Raw. Dudley Boys defeated New Day via disqualification. Hated that. I don't understand WWE wanting to put over a retro act like the Dudleys at this point. They beat them on TV, I believe, the night after SummerSlam in a non-title match. Dudley Boys both in their mid-40s. They have gas left in the tank. They're both very exciting. They're an over duo to the fans, which is always a good thing, a good retro act. But you don't want a retro act around too long to stomp the life out of a team that's over with the fans. It has been white-hot with the fans when they've been executed in the proper way, just rubbing their heads against the main event focus of certain programs. After the matchup, Xavier Woods got put through the table. I'm sure this feud is going to continue, most likely into Elimination Chamber. Charlotte defeated Nikki Bella to finally win the Divas Championship, maybe to give that title a little bit of respect, as fans have basically shit on everything Nikki Bella has done. Her 301-day reign, or whatever the number was, I think she's had 1 or 2 title defenses all summer long. Waste of time. I don't understand what the spite is towards AJ Lee. Maybe it's the way she departed the company earlier in 2015. Not sure. Maybe it has something to do with CM Punk and his situation with Dr. Rahman and his attack on the company last Thanksgiving Day on Colt Cabana's podcast. Anyway, it shouldn't be translating this way in the ring for the fans' enjoyment. It was a big deal. They brought out the Nature Boy Ric Flair to celebrate with Charlotte, but Nikki Bella has little talent in the ring. Her delivery of promos are terrible. You know she's trying to remember a script, and she's not a very good actress. She's a beautiful lady, might be a wonderful human being, but I don't know. Just the Divas Revolution, maybe we'll get a little life in it now. That remains to be seen. In 6-man tag team action, it was the Wyatt family. Bray Wyatt, Luke Harper, and Braun Strowman defeating Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and Chris Jericho, who is the mystery third man. Not a bad idea, especially considering about a year ago when Jericho vanished from WWE television, he and Bray Wyatt had a really good steel cage matchup to end their feud. Jericho has been featured on WWE non-televised house show events over the past year, but not too much on TV outside of his talk show segment, and I believe it was in January over in England. Strowman blocked the code breaker, picked Jericho up, and put that one-arm choke on him. That was it for Chris Jericho. Strowman looked like a monster. I don't know how far you're going to be able to go with the man once he's in singles action. I haven't seen much of him in the ring, which is a good thing. If he's not prime time ready as of yet, WWE's been known to call people up before they've been ready. If they've got that great look, which Strowman does have, give him some chance to be out on the road doing some 6-mans with Harper and Wyatt, which are both excellent. Jericho having a feud with Ambrose and/or Reigns would be really good, make for some great TV. Who knows how long Jericho is going to be around for? Again, another interesting story coming out of the pay-per-view. Seth Rollins, John Cena for the U.S. Championship. Unlike Jay Lethal at the Ring of Honor pay-per-view on Friday, Seth Rollins, in his 2 championship matches, he defended back-to-back. Kudos to Seth Rollins. He and John Cena had another outstanding matchup. This time, John Cena went over to regain the U.S. Championship. I wonder if we're going to see the John Cena U.S. title weekly challenges again. That was one of the highlights of Raw all spring and summer. It'd be great to bring that back into the focus on Raw, where Raw has been kind of weak of late. And in the main event, it was Sting and Seth Rollins for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Sting was out of this world in this matchup. You can't expect a match of the year type candidate, quote-unquote, from Sting at 56 years old, but he went out there and he wrestled his ass off. He went through the Spanish announce table. He did a crossbody plancha off the top rope to the floor on Seth Rollins. This is a 56-year-old man, folks, and you would not guess it. He didn't wrestle in a T-shirt this time. He was in great shape. He was ready to go in this matchup, but the story is he was injured seriously in this match. Seth Rollins went for one of those power bombs into the corner post, and Sting came out of it looking bad. He was off a step or two. They went for a clothesline spot, and Sting just collapsed. The referee kind of paused the match. The doctor came up, but they decided Sting was ready to go. Seth Rollins went for the pedigree right away. You'd think that was going to be the finish, but Sting reversed it, went for the Scorpion Deathlock. Rollins got out of it. They continued to go back and forth. Houston was hot. It was Paul Bosch City, baby. Sting went for another Scorpion Deathlock, but this time Rollins cradled him using his weight on top of him to get the 1, 2, 3. Excellent match. One may overlook at this point is what an outstanding athlete Seth Rollins is. Match in, match out. Just the things he does in the ring. Seth Rollins, ever since he became the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, really took it up a notch from some outstanding work he had already done in WWE. So proverbial pat on the back to Seth Rollins. I hope fans appreciate exactly what it is they get to see, even if it's repetitive sometimes on WWE Raw and SmackDown. After the matchup, Sheamus came out, hit Rollins with the bro kick. He was ready to cash it in, but then Kane, not corporate Kane, the big red demon in the mask, came out. Sheamus ran for the hills. Kane chokeslammed Rollins. Sheamus thought he was going to be easy-pleasy to win the title, but Sheamus got a chokeslam as well. No match took place, so Sheamus still has the Money in the Bank briefcase. At that point, Kane picked up the champion, gave Seth Rollins a tombstone pile driver. If you remember, Kane was put out of action when Rollins stomped on his ankle, and Kane went on that ridiculous Hawaiian vacation, I guess, to heal up. Who knows just how south he flew on that vacation, because it seems like he went back to hell to get his mask. Along with Sting being injured, you have news coming out of Night of Champions that it's going to be a big October for Brock Lesnar, the road to hell, as he's going to appear live at Madison Square Garden Saturday night, October the 3rd, taking on The Big Show in what's going to be a WWE Network exclusive. Love the idea of that, just like when they did the Beast in the East show over in Japan back on July the 4th. If you've never been to Madison Square Garden, it truly is the mecca of professional wrestling. I thank my friends at WWE for having me as a guest at MSG October the 3rd. I'll provide certainly an in-depth recap of that event. Heyman also announced that Lesnar is going to be a guest on the Stone Cold podcast the week before the Hell in the Cell pay-per-view, Monday, October the 19th. And then the big one in Los Angeles, California, Brock Lesnar and The Undertaker inside a Hell in the Cell. One winner this time. Very interesting matchup here. You'd think Lesnar would be going over on Undertaker, but with it being the Cell, you just never know how it's going to play out. Certainly, Lesnar is the man that they're paying multi-million dollars a year to for limited dates. Undertaker is the living legend. I really can't wait to see this pay-per-view. I wasn't all amped up for Night of Champions, even though this was a solid show. I wouldn't say it was a great show. It was a solid show. There was nothing really bad on it at all. It was mostly good to great wrestling. I just wasn't amped up for it like I was at what was a disappointing SummerSlam. I thought Night of Champions was better than SummerSlam, but I want to see the Cell. I want to see the Dead Man back in the match he created back in October of 1997 at Bad Blood, when he lost to Shawn Michaels when Kane made his debut. Don't forget, you can get your free month of the WWE Network now. Just click the link below if you're watching us on YouTube. We get a little thank you from WWE for each fan we send their way to enjoy a free month of the network. What did you think of WWE Night of Champions? Whether you were there live or watched it on WWE Network, or even on traditional pay-per-view, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. We're running out of time here, folks. Don't forget the Millennium Wrestling Federation Big Bang Birthday Bash, 14 years of the Millennium Wrestling Federation. We celebrate it Monday, September the 28th, exclusively on BostonWrestling.com. Until we speak again, folks, you and yours, be well.